Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can someone hear me? Can you hear me now? There we go. So hold on, let me mute everything. Can someone hear me? So hold on, let me mute everything. All right. Can someone actually hear me? Just let me know if you can hear me. All right. So hold on. Let me readjust different cameras then. So we're just going to do a little finagle moving around stuff. Of course, I can never have a live that works just well. Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah. All right. Can we still hear me now? Can someone give me an audio check, please? Audio check. Can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me. All right, perfect. So sorry about that, guys. I just had to move it around. Of course, nothing ever goes well the way I want it to go, so we'll just have to move the cameras around. All right. So today we're going to hook up 3 of the Kessil A80 tuna suns to multiple tanks with the Spectra X controller. I know there's a lot of videos out there, but it's on the saltwater side. There's nothing on the freshwater side, so I wanted to get something out there. So let me tell you a little bit about Kessil. I got this light in the background. It's kind of a pain in my butt. Just kind of do this. It is what it is, guys. Sorry about that. I'll try and work on it better. So it's Kessil's owned by Dicom Fiber Optics. They're one of the only or few that are actually manufacturing their own diodes. So they're not ordering from China. They're actually making their own. And what they do is they cluster them together, and it's called a what was it called again? It was a dicey matrix array. So what it does is by clustering it together, it blends the colors together, which also they use one single lens versus multiple lenses. And what happens is you get that whole kind of like glistening look in the tank. They have a lot of different tanks. So today we're just going to hook up the 3. I'm going to kind of go back and forth on them. So I'll just kind of move stuff because this was kind of like a bad setting right here. I shut the lights off. Of course, that picks up every light. So let me just see if I can shut my 1 tank lights off. It was looking awesome until the audio went bad. So let me see if I can do this. You want to flip the light on up there? It's too dark in here. No, it's against the wall.
Right here?
Yep. And that one's bad too. Well, we're gonna have to make do, guys. So give me 1 second here. Actually, no. Can you shut it back off? It's crappy. Sorry. I don't like that either, but it is what it is. So we're gonna have a little bit dark right here. So sorry about that. Not really happy about it, but it is what it is, guys. Sorry, the microphone screwed up. No, let's. All right. So we got the A80, the smaller stand right here. This is how it always goes, guys. You plan for something to do really well, and then it goes bad. But you know what? It happens. Can't do nothing about it. All right. So right now we're going to put the stand together. I'm not really reading any instructions on how to do this. It's kind of what I do is I kind of go by the pictures. Let's see if I can tilt this up. There we go. Go by the pictures. Once I have a couple done, it's a lot easier that way then. So if you guys have any questions, you can ask the questions too. Sorry about this all. I got here like an hour early. I set up the cameras, I set up everything, and I'm like, you know what? It's going great. I was super excited, and then, yeah, this happened. Lost audio. So, yeah. Let me just kind of get this going. So we're going to do the first tank right here. So what's nice about these is they have a little pad for so you can put it on the inside so it doesn't actually damage the tank with the pressure. So what I'm going to do is put the screws in there so it doesn't fall out though. Put my screws in there. So like most people, when they first get in this hobby, they're kind of figuring the best types of light out there. Now, Kessil's the type of light that it's not on the cheap end, but it's not on the super expensive end, like Ecotech Radion. If you like the whole glistening look, I do recommend Kessil's, just because that's kind of what they do. I love the look of the glistening on some tanks. Some tanks I don't like the look. So we're going to be doing this all from the beginning to end, which should roughly take me about an hour, hopefully. But if you guys have questions, please ask away. I can actually highlight the questions on here. So set the first tank right here. Perfect. There's the first one. Keep on going down the road, one by one. Now I got the first one done. See how fast we can get these all done. Go to the second light. So how's everybody's Wednesday doing? I know Flip was running a little bit behind today. You know what? It happens, guys. So by him running behind, kind of got me running behind. But that's what friends do. We kind of help each other out. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting in all these protective plastics on here so they don't damage my tank and crack my tank. The thumb screw itself is a plastic thumb screw, so I'm not worried about that. But I just don't want metal touching metal or metal touching glass. So I'm just going to go over and put these on. Hey, Dylan. Hey, Poseidons. I want to say hi to everybody. No, she knows that I go to work on Wednesdays a little bit early. So she's fine by that. She's already at work, so. All right, we're going to do the next one. It's all set in place. There we go. We'll do the third one now. Hey, Poseidon's Pets. Thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys for watching. I know this is kind of like a learning experience for me using StreamYard and doing all these different lives. So I appreciate everything that you guys do and everything that you guys contribute. Trust me, I do not forget about that. Thank you, all my moderators. JL standing right next to me, kind of watching me. Monster Fish Lady's here too. But I do guys want to let you know about another YouTube morning show. It's called the Aquatic Morning Show. And they stream from 9 to 11, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Monster Fish Gal, if you could go over and shoot that link, I would greatly appreciate it. I know Rocco's in here, and I think Jess might be in here too. So if you guys haven't had a chance, please go over there and subscribe. It's a great morning show in the morning. And of course, I'm getting scam calls. I love it when my phone says scam incoming. So get this last one done, and we'll get right to the lights then. So if my other moderator is in here, we can probably get that on there. No, my store is actually in Plymouth, Minnesota. Rob's shipping location or office is in Ohio. So that's the big difference there. But Rob and I are good friends. All right, so I got all three lights, all three mounting brackets all in. So what I'm going to do, let me just get my phone back going here. Turn back on here so I can see chats and boom. There we go. Let's put that back over there. Perfect. So now we're going to get to the lights. So here's the box right here, the A80 Tuna Sun. Now, it's not named Tuna because of the fish. It's called Tuna because it's tunable. They have two plugs on the top, which I'll show you right now, and that allows you to tune it in. So one adjusts the intensity, another one adjusts the brightness and the color. So it can go from a 6,000 Kelvin light to a 9,000 K. So a lot of people like using like the middle of it. I like using the middle as well, but I'll kind of show you. So as you see, it's a nice little box right here. Comes with the power cord, mounting brackets, the light, and a bunch of stickers. So I don't need the stickers right now. So it's going to kind of make a mess in my store and throw everything. That's just kind of what I do. I'll pick it up. Don't worry about that. Set everything down. Perfect. So it looks like I got to figure out how to get this on my. So here is the light right here. So if you look, it's got tons of diodes, and it actually blends the colors in with one single lens, and that's what gives it the blended look. I have to grab a screwdriver because I have to actually put this mounting bracket on. So 1 second, guys. Perfect. So it comes with a little bracket right here to put in these screws. So I'm just going to go over and put that on. It's going to have to be down on every single one. Just have to give me a second here. Kind of go as fast as I can here. It's not so much of a small fingers. So give me one little second here. Yes, I could have prepped this way earlier, but I'll tell you this right now, guys. Ain't nothing like doing stuff on live. And then not finding the screw. Here it is. So give me one little. Try to get this all going. It's tough. Screw started. Perfect. Get the other screw started. I know. Taking forever. Sorry about that, guys. So I hope you had enough coffee this morning. I have only had 1 cup, but I had tea. So I'm going well. All right, so I got this first mounting bracket on, as you see. So it kind of just screws right into the camera. Put this back up. It screws right into the mounting bracket. So I'm going to get this one all started. All right, perfect right there. Mount this down. Now, you should never just crank on this without supporting the arm. You should actually go over and support it so you don't crack the glass on there. What's nice about these mounting brackets is you can actually adjust it on there. So that's the first one. I'll probably get the other ones going. So I just got to kind of clear some space here. I'm just going to kind of move some stuff. That over here. See how fast we can go here. Go as fast as we can do this. Because the biggest thing is I want to show you how easy it is after I did everything that I did. to go over and get this done. So, light out. So like I said, guys, if you have questions, just please let me know. I'm here to answer them for you. And then I got the, I'm going to put that mounting bracket. That's not out yet. I did not take it out. Or that one did not have a mounting bracket in there. Can you check that box down there and see if there's the flat mounting bracket? Oh, here it is. I found it. Okay. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Here's the 3. Perfect. That's the ones I wanted right there. All right. So if there's a question, you guys can let me know if there's a question too. Otherwise, I'm going to keep on kind of doing this as fast as I can. What? Joe's in a candy store? Look at him. Oh, geez. I know, like all these things, I do feel like I'm in a candy store. There is a cost investment with, having a store. Everybody's like, oh, you got all this good stuff. I got to pay for it all, though. I mean, yeah, I get my wholesale discount, but at the same sense, I still have to pay for it. So, and I know I can get you guys, if you guys want to get more in these Kessils, they have different sizes. The A80 is used for a lot of nano tanks. So a lot of people use this, and they have the A360s. And they have a little bit bigger ones as well, freshwater and saltwater. Just get this last screw in here. I'll tell you this right now. They're not made for people with big fingers. I'll say that right now. There's some small screws, but small screws work. All right, got my second one done. Put that on the 10-gallon tank. We're going pretty good. We got a system here. Now, keep in mind, I haven't done this before, so I just am kind of winging it. So, and then I want to be able to show you guys what they all kind of look like as they're on. So we're going to go through the different color spectrum. So we will have enough time. It shouldn't take me that long. So like I said, Kessil is one of the few, if not the only company out there that goes over and manufactures their own diodes, which is great. A lot of times people ask, hey, why Kessil? Because some people do like the shimmering effect. Some tanks look really good with the shimmering effect. So in some tanks, it's like if I want to look more natural, like a deep lake and everything else, I don't really a shimmering look to it. But a lot of times people are doing the shallow tanks. So when you do a shallow tank, the shimmering looks really nice with it. I'm making Jared a mess over here. Sorry about that.
No, that's what happens, yeah.
He's just like over here just picking up all my garbage that I'm throwing on the ground. So let's see. Hey, Rocco. Hey, Detroit Shrimp. How you doing? Watched you the other day. So you're not going to be able to make it to Aquachella? So again, guys, just to let you know, the Aquarium Morning Show will be doing their live Saturday and Sunday down at Aquachella, October 30th and 31st. It'll be from 9 till 10. So they're allowed to do a half or an hour block. So thank you, Rob, for penciling them in if Rob is watching here. So make sure you guys watch that. It'll be streamed on the Aquachella YouTube page, but I'm going to bring down my recording equipment. Hopefully if we don't have like a big malfunction. And I can stream it for them on their page as well. So again, if I have my other moderators, if you guys can put in the link for that. I also want to thank my sponsors. I want to thank JBJ, Dennerley, Shrimp King, and Bulk Reef. Without them, I don't think I'd be having all these goodies. So get this last one put in. And after this is all done, I can answer questions too. So I got my last one in right now. So I'm going to put this in, and now we're going to have some fun. All right.
He's got a question about plant spectra.
All right, so let me just go up here for the spectrum. What is it? The IB Sam? All right, so let me just get my little finger here. There we go. So I'll highlight it. So the question is, I have a plant light near my plant grow out tank for a couple of terrestrial plants that hits tank 2. Seems like the water plant's doing better. Coincidence? Yeah, because I mean, if you have other plants that are using the nitrates up, and a lot of plants, if you don't have, let's say you have some anubias or rhizome plants, they don't need that much nitrates that are in the tank to grow, so they're probably using all the excess ones. And some plants, it's all about having different spectrums. So some plants do better with high light, some plants do better with low light, some plants do, warm, cool. So 65K is usually like a good mediocre light. Depends on what type of plants you want. All right, so what we're going to end up doing, this is the second part of it. All right, so now we have to daisy chain these lights going back and forth. So what happens is the controller, you can run 2 different sets of lights. So it's got 2 adapters that go in there. So if you're all going to keep the same time frame from it, I would just daisy chain them all together. That's what I'm going to do. So what's nice about this is if you have freshwater and saltwater, you can run actually both spectrums on that. You just have to go over and have one on one controller, one on the other. What's nice about these controllers right here is that it was super long. I think it was like 15 feet is their cable. So there's going to be a lot of wire management going on, which I can always do the wire management after the fact. I just kind of want to get this going to show you. All right, so on top of the lights, oops, it's on here. 1 second. All right. So I'm going to have this one as my last tank. This one is my first tank on the side, the 20 one. So it's going to go basically daisy chain. So this needs to go on the input. So what happens is you pull this. They have a little itty bitty knob, and what you're going to do is you got a little phone jack. I'm going to plug it in because that's the input. Do you believe? Like I said, I'm not reading instructions, so it's just what it is. If not, I can always fix the stuff. So, and because it's so long, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to wrap the cords around. I know you can do some wire management, but what I'm going to do is kind of make it a little bit quicker for me. Kind of do the whole, take up some space. And go to my second tank and work upwards. So like I said, I have not read no instructions. I am just going by, I like looking at pictures. And I think this is how it's going to end up going. Hopefully. If not, we will find out. I did call Kessil and I said if there's anything that I should know. And they said as long as you have power, it's going to work. So I'm like, all right, perfect. So then I'm going to take out this output one and plug that in. Like I said, I'm going to have to do wire management after the fact. And then, let's see, where's my other one right here? Oops. Kind of dark. There it is. All right, we'll get the second one. See if there's any ones. Thank you, Monster Fish Gal. Appreciate ya. All right, now I'm going to unplug the input on this one as well because I'm going to be basically utilizing this. And I'll do wire management after the fact. I just want to kind of get this going and show you the spectrums. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to run this over to my first tank that's going to start it, which is the 20. Plug that in. Now, the next step is the Kessil Spectrum X. So it's made for all of the lights. Let me find the thing right there. But what we're going to do is we're going to use the 10-volt one. It's a 15-volt light. So this is what works, though. And what comes in the new ones is the controller. Comes with the kind of like little, if you're going to use an external power source, you can use this. Then it comes with the cord. That's why I only had 2 cords. Just in case I need anything else, I'm going to take everything out. Take everything. And a mounting plate. All right. So what we're going to do is I need this power cord. And then we're going to start having some fun plugging stuff in and checking everything out. All right, so I'm going to plug this into the input because we're going to input this from this source right here. So if I take this and unplug this, and I plug this phone cord into the 10-volt light on that one, so I'm not using the K-link, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to start running power to everything. I just got to figure out, this is where it's kind of dark, and I'm trying to figure out where everything is. Run that. So I don't want to blind you guys. So if all of a sudden the light gets bright, not my fault. So get this one going. Like I said, I'll do wire management after the fact. So right now I'm plugging in all the Kessil lights. So I have power. So I don't drop my tank. And then see if I can get this going. Let's see here. K-link. So I guess I do need a K-link. So let me just see what I have. Do I need that? I should be able to power it up right here. I just gotta give me 1 second, guys. Do I have it backwards? Everything should be on. Technical difficulties. I don't need the firmware, the K-link. It's 10 volt. Make sure I got everything. Like I said, I haven't done this before. I'm having some issues trying to figure out how I do this. Power's on my power strip. Let's see if I just turn this around. My power cords. Oop. Is that power I saw? Is it? There we go. I can see how I got this going over here. It glitters. I'm starting to see power. I should probably only get one light going and then adjust it from there. You would think. Let's just do it this way. A lot easier doing it this way, I think. So if this goes to an output, maybe. Let's see if it does. I think I have it turned around. That's what I think I did. Because I had them turned around backwards. So this one would go to... One second, we'll get all my cords, we run them. Definitely do a lot of wire management here. It's tough seeing here. There we go. Turn this one right here. And then this one's gonna go, I do believe, this maybe. So it's power's on all those, so I should be able to have power on here. I do believe. Let me just keep on dinking around with things. So I have power on all these lights. So make sure everything's going input. Of course, now is the time to actually read instructions. So I'm trying to get this powered up. So give me 1 second, guys. I know this is what happens when you have difficulties. So I switch this around now. I'm just trying to find power to my cord. So it should be able to power this all up. If not, I have to buy another cord. So this is a K-Link. It's a power cord right here. This is firmware though. I know. I should have came more prepared, guys. Sorry. So it looks like I'm having issues because I need another power cord. Oh, it should power up on there. Sorry. It should power up. I always read my thing. Try to move everything around. I don't know why it's not going, but that's my bad. So I don't have, it looks like I need to have a power cord for this small one, the little adapter, which does not, maybe it does. You know what? I think I can make one. I think I have the adapter I might need. 1 second here. I might have one here. I need a power adapter. Might have one in my backpack here. Golly jeepers, look at that. I do. Look at that. Got my little power block. Let's find out. Gotta find the right one. It's this one right here. Oh, that's what it was. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get over here so I can see the camera as well. All right, so got a little glare. All right, so I'm trying to get it so you guys can see it without seeing the glare. Let's see, multicolor, we're going to just kind of go back and forth. So I'm going to go to settings, and I'm going to go to programs. So we're going to use the preset Tuna Sun, which is up, down, left, right to basically do it. So if I go down, Tuna Sun, hit the preset, 8 o'clock, let's just do this. Saved. So we should be able to exit out. And then you can do like the lunar sun. I know it's tough to see with this glare, which I can probably do it on the, but I want to go over and do the dashboard. So give me 1 second. I want to kind of show you the lamps. So I want to do the Tuna Sun clear. Boom, boom, boom. Back out, back out, back out. There we go. So what's nice about this is we can set the timers for times going on, times going off. So let me actually set up my date and time on here, and I can actually do this. So we're going to do it in 12-hour increments. Right now it is, what time is it? 11:36. 11:36. It is the 9th month, the 22nd of 2021. Daylight savings time. Daylight savings times, yes, is we're doing daylight savings times.
Yes.
So we enter on that one, back out of this one. So the program is set. I'm going to go over and go to check out display, sleep time, brightness is 100%. Let's see if I can get it down to maybe it's 60% on my thing. Sleep, I don't need it. Screen time, I don't need it. Date and time I did. So let's go to programs. Preset tuna sun. Save settings, yes. All right, so we got these lights set up. As you see, there's only one thing that I really needed, and that was for a power block, which I kind of wish that it would include the power block, but of course they didn't. So I'm just trying to get this all preset in here. My time is already screwed up, so I need to savings, good time. Actually, daylight's not happening right now, so we just have no on that one. Back. There, 11:37. So as you see, I'm trying to preset this on there. So right now it's set at 50/50, and it's going through the modules. So I actually want to go to back out of here, and it's kind of fun because you can kind of like play around with it, which I'm kind of playing around with it. Manual color tuna sun. I'm going to do that one. So I have a group of lights. I'm entering that one. Perfect. So it's nice because you can go over and change the intensity and lighting. So I think I got to go over and change it on here. It's a nice little color that you're going to go over and do. So I got the tuna sun. I just need to turn it to tuna sun. Enter. And then back out of here. It's a matter of just playing around with it. So, and I know I should be playing around with this more, which I'm going to play around with it more later on today. I know I don't have the time on camera. I don't want to really do this with you guys on camera, but I'm going to go over and tuna sun. Here we go. So it's at 49 and 46. I know you can't see that. So, all right. So we got the lights, and I'm going to end up playing around with this and probably do another video of how to tune them in and how to tune them out. But it was a matter of turning them on, turning off. I just have to set the timer on this Kessil Spectra R. I kind of like this. I know for a fact it said it's going to have, at the beginning, it's going to say no lamps. But then it's, as it does an update, which I have to update the firmware, it's going to go over and figure that out. So let me see if I can update it here. Enter firmware update version 1.3. Download latest software and connect to the controller, which I haven't done that yet, so I'll have to do that later on. And just plug this in. Let's go to demo mode. Let's try demo for 2 minutes. Let's see what this does. Demo mode for 4 minutes. So demo, normal, full manual control on AR. Let's go back out here. I know I should be doing this on my own time, which I'm going to do on my own time. So it's got the acclimation. I kind of like that whole program too. I know, yeah, the tuna sun, I mean, I think they're $150, and I think the mounting arm is $30. But it's a cool little nano light. I know I wanted to have a nice pendulent light over these JBJ tanks, and I know JBJ is coming out with one. Just with the shipping prices right now, it's super expensive. It's like $20,000 for container. So they're working on getting new lights, which hopefully they're going to be a nice price point for everybody. So right now I reached out to Kessil and I said, hey, can you guys go over and do some lights for me? And they said, yeah, we'll give you a deal on them for in-store demos. And I'm like, all right, I'll do a video on it. I don't have a problem with that. So that's what I ended up doing. So let me just kind of go through some say hi to Monster Fish Gal. Say hi to Supreme Aquaria. Rocco's in the house. Jimmy P's. Detroit Shrimp. Chevy Fish is in here. Bobby from Michigan. I want to say hi to all you guys. I know at the beginning we went over and we had a little audio issue, and now there's a lighting issue right above me. It's kind of dark in the room. I did originally want to have my phone over here so I could actually put this underneath, but because of the audio issue, I had to switch the cameras around so I can go over and show you the front view and the back view. As you see, guys, it's just slowly but surely I'm going to keep on adjusting my store to make you guys more part of it. And all my learning disasters are kind of your learning disasters as well too, because you get to see everything I do. I don't like script this out. I just kind of randomly do it as I go. All right. So like Supreme Aquaria asked, did you do any comparisons to other similar lights and how do they compare? All right. Perfect. So I have done like the Radion lights. Now Radion lights are like the top of the line light. It's expensive. I think they're about like $600. It's called the XR15. You also have the XR30, which is the double diodes on there. They can make anything grow. I had them on a 120 tank. And I'm going to kind of turn this because I got this light right here, this one right here. I'll turn this right here so you don't get in your eyes. All right. So we did two XR15s on a 120 Fat Boy from Custom Aquariums, and I had it at 70%. Now the par on the bottom at 70% was at 95. I could grow pretty much anything in that tank at the 70%. It did not have the shimmer look. To get the shimmer is you basically go with Kessil. So how I rank the lights is like an Ecotech light, which is the Radion, I would say is like the number one light out there. And then following by Kessil. Kessil is a great light. They make their own diodes, like I said earlier. I rank them as like number two. They're great tanks. They make the bigger lights so you can actually penetrate deeper in the tank and get the shimmer look. And then you have like the AI lights. And then it goes back to like normal strip lights like Phoenix and Fluval. This will get plants to grow. I had Doug at New Wave. He used a couple of these on his smaller tanks, and they did well. Like moss was growing, plants are growing really well. I just wanted to kind of have this on nice little light on the tank. As you see, there's like you can do like a spotlight option where you can get a separate lens, and you can actually put it on here. I'll show you in the center one. You put in the center one, which it cuts. So right now, I do believe it's at 130 degrees, but you can put a little lens right here, which cuts it back down to 25, which ideally probably for these tanks, if they're going to be side by side, would be ideal for these tanks so you don't get the glaring of the other tanks. So, but I have done comparisons on it. I like Kessil's for the nice shimmering look. So I have one on the saltwater tank and back me, and I can kind of show you in a second what the shimmering look kind of looks like on the saltwater side. Yeah, the tuna blue is the version for the saltwater. Now, like I said before, they don't say tuna because of the fish. Tuna is used because it's tunable. That's why they use that word right there. So, like I said, on the A80s, they go from 6,000 K to 9,000 K. So right now, I'm gonna kind of dink around with them and probably put them all right in the middle. So it's about 7,500 K. I'm trying to come up with good content, Emily. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of hiccups in my version of doing this because I don't like preempt it. I wish I could. So like now it's going into the preset version. I kind of like this. So it's a learning curve for me, and as I'm learning, you guys are learning too. I think a good thing for me is like reading instructions. I kind of like just winging it, watching a video. I think there's a lot of people out there that say the same thing. I know when I call Kessil, he said, as long as you have power, you can get it going. As you see, I got him on. Now it's about coming up with the programs and going through the system here and coming up with the right program, the on off. Like I said, my store is only open from 12 to 5, so I don't want the light on for too long and save electricity. That's the biggest thing. I don't know if I'm going to have water in these tanks. I might just keep them as dry tanks. I haven't decided yet. Yes, and to become a member of Joe's Shrimp Shack, I do have membership programs here, which offers you 10% off, 15% off, and 20% off my store, which is joesshrimpshack.com. I also, guys, want you to be able to watch the aquarium morning shows Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 9 to 11. They have a lot of great content on there. We kind of like support all the other fish tubers out there, which we're all trying to do is support each other. From the 1 million viewers all the way down to the 5 viewers. That's the biggest thing. So I know Monster Fish Gal is giving the links for it. I want to thank my moderators as well. I got Jared here, which is JL not here. He's in here watching me. And then I have Monster Fish Gal here as well. And I think Rocco's still in here. So I appreciate everything that you guys do. Do I ship? Yes, I do ship. So I don't have everything listed on my website. I tell people if there's something that you need that I don't have listed, please contact me, but I do ship. I have shipping, which is $17 if you're local in Minnesota and you still want me to ship. I just figure out what's going to be, make up the price range, and I give you free product. If you purchase over $100, it is free shipping. So all you have to do is contact me. Now, the only difference is going to be like on aquariums. It's, if there's costs on aquariums and stuff, you got to pay for the cost of shipping on the aquariums. Just because, I'm a small one-man band, so I can't go bankrupt selling a tank to someone. So, but Rocco, I want to thank you. I want to thank everybody for being here. If there's any more questions, please feel free to ask. I'm excited to get off here so I can play around with this Kessil display and have fun. But setting the time, set the time pretty easy. So all I have to do is set the on-off, through the menus, because there's a lot of different menus, but of course it's super bright, so you can't see it right there. Do I play with all the instruments? I do. Everything that is here, I have fun with. I just have to go over and do it. I actually have a Radion light here, which I'm waiting for the right tank to put a Radion light on. I love it. I've always loved them. I know we use them over at New Wave on all the saltwater tanks. Every tank pretty much had a Radion light on there. It's a great light. It's expensive, but it's a great light. Now, I know these Kessels are kind of up there in price as well too. But if you have a nice show tank, it's really nice to have a nice light. And what's nice is with them being able to daisy chain back and forth, and then running it off a controller, it works so much better. I know they have dongles in there too for the Wi-Fi. So there's the Aquacella channel for a 40 breeder. I would say, two of these, Rocco, for the 40 breeder would do well too, because the 40 breeder ain't that deep, and then you would have to do this spectra controller as well. So if you're looking at that, you can always let me know. This message: how long have you been running your shop? So I opened up to the public January of last year. Now, I was in the spot about a year prior, but I've been doing this for about going on 6 years, I do believe. So the shop's been open. I didn't know it was going to be the pandemic, so I opened up right prior to the pandemic. I actually went to Global Pets with JBJ down in Orlando, and as soon as I came back, that's when the pandemic hit and they shut everything down. So I didn't know what it was going to be like, because when I came back, the pandemic, they basically shut down everything in Minnesota. You had restrictions, but we were considered in essential stores. So that's what kind of worked out really good for me. A503 Aquatics, how you doing? Let's keep on reading some of the messages here. Everybody's kind of chatting, saying hi to each other, which I appreciate it. So
Jimmy P will go for cherry tree.
All right, see, where's it? Where's Jimmy P's question? Oh, there's Jimmy P. There, is that Jimmy P's? Yeah, Jimmy P's. You probably said it many times, but what's the best all-around food for cherry shrimp? Now, I use a lot of Shrimp King products. So Shrimp King has a lot of good products out there. This is my motto on shrimp food. Stick to products that are specialized, that are made by companies that specialize in the product. That's the biggest thing I try and tell people. There's a lot of products out there where Aqueon is coming out with products, Fluvol's coming out with products. But if you look at specific companies that specialize, they spend the time and money into the products to make it best for the shrimp and best for you guys. Now, Shrimp King products, there's a lot of great products out there. I use the Complete. Complete is my weekly food form, and then I switch up. So the best foods from Shrimp King right now is you got the Complete, you get the protein, you have the mineral, you have the baby, and then you have the 5-in-1 and then the Snow Pops, top six. Now, the 5-in-1 gives you a sample of a bunch of different types of foods, but don't get me wrong, all their foods are great. Color is a color enhancer for them. You got Biotase, which is like the Bacter AE for Dennerlay. I love the product. If you guys have more questions about food, I can let you know. I also have the product on my website as well. A lot of people are carrying the Shrimp King product out there. I love it. Let's see some of these other questions I have. Yeah, Shrimp King is like my all-time favorite. I do have other products here as well. I tell people that I carry all the different types of products. Some of them. Anything that I use is what I carry. So I don't carry any product in the store that I just don't personally use or I haven't used. Thank you, Monster Fish Gal, for putting the link in there. I also want to thank Rob for kind of boosting my channel up today. I know that he started kind of late this morning, and that's what got me going late. But, you know, who knows? If I would have started on time, maybe I would have had this issue. But I had some issues, which I should have prepped ahead of time. But that's kind of why I do it, is I don't like prepping. I like just doing it because the issues that I have are the issues that you guys are going to have. Like audio, well, the audio thing is not going to be your issue, but the whole syncing the cameras back and forth, you know, the lights back and forth. Maybe you guys would have read instructions. Some of you guys would have been like me, where you just plug it on in and just kind of figured it how it goes. Yes, Shrimp King Baby is in powder form. I like it whenever I have fresh babies in the tank or a bunch of buried females. I will dose every other day a pinch of it. Babies have a tendency not to go after the pellet. They like hanging on the glass and on the filter. So, of course, that's where they're going to kind of hang. And what happens with the baby actually gets put on top, it spreads across the whole tank and gradually sinks down. So everybody can have some of it. Swiss Aquatics, Shrimp King products as well. Everybody likes Shrimp King. Chris Lukup was a great spokesman for it. He pushed the products a lot. He put his heart behind it. He did leave Dennerley to pursue another business. I kind of knew about it, but I will always back Chris. He's a personally good friend of mine. He was ready to travel, and there was travel restrictions, and he decided to do another venture with one of his friends. So hopefully we can still see more of him. I still watch his videos, and I do talk to him, and we do message back and forth. Hopefully we can get him to come to the States. I would love to do a tour with him from the East Coast to West Coast still. So we will find out. But what I got a lot of stuff to do today. I got to finish programming the lights, and then I have to do a bunch of wire management and probably do some water changes. So if there is no other questions here, I can wait a couple of minutes, and then if not, I'm going to get to work and doing some other stuff. I want to thank you guys. I normally do my lives Wednesdays at 10 o'clock. I want to thank the Aquarium Morning Show for helping me promote my page. I want to thank Flip Aquatics as well, and also my sponsors, JBJ, Dennerley, Shrimp King, and Bulk Reef. I know I don't like duckweed. A lot of people like duckweed, but you know what? I'm not a big duckweed person. So I kind of hate it. They call it tank herbies for a reason. Oops, here it is. Here's the duckweed one. I collect duckweed. This is one of those, I don't do duckweed. Sorry about that. I just don't. And let's see, if you listen to Chris, if it's the products, you'll understand why it's all great. He is the best. Chris is the best. Just pop up. Yeah, I can. So, all right, guys. If there's anything else that you would like me to cover in my lives, please leave a comment down below. Thank you for subscribing. If you're thinking about being a member, please join the membership. It gets you 10, 15, and 20% off on my website. If there's something on my website I just don't have, please just let me know. I can always put it on there for you. Otherwise, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. And you know what? Catch you next week. All right. Thank you.